Mark my words, as soon as we beat this virus, and we will, we're going right back to the other big collective action problem of our time, the fight to save the environment. We can't contain COVID-19 or build a more sustainable future unless all of us change our behavior. And as we found out over the past few months, well, it's really hard to do. Take plastic packaging. We know plastics are terrible for the environment. There's a huge patch of mostly plastic garbage in the Pacific Ocean that covers more than 600,000 miles. Yet we still use plastic packaging for just about everything as if nothing's wrong. You're not going to solve this problem by appealing to anyone's better nature. But what if somebody comes up with a better science? That somebody is called Footprint. It's a privately held company that's on a mission to eliminate single-use plastics. They design and manufacture biodegradable, compostable, and recyclable alternative packaging products for all sorts of end markets, from food to industrial fragility. Most importantly, their products aren't just better for the environment. They're superior, which is why they have partnerships with major players like ConAgra and Beyond Meat. I've got them right here. You know I like those guys very much. Could this be the future? Let's dig deeper with Troy Swope, the co-founder and CEO of Footprint. Hear more about his company and what it's trying to accomplish. Mr. Swope, welcome to Mad Money.
Oh, Jim, thank you very much for having me. And first off, congratulations on your daughter's graduation.
Thank you so much. She graduated from Parsons today with a degree in business and fashion. You're very nice to point that out. We're very proud. There was a good online graduation ceremony. Okay. All right, I'm going to ask you straight out, a kind of a softball. Why do we need yours? Plastics are recyclable.
Well, I mean, Jim, I don't think it's a secret that plastics are a disaster. The world is on track to have more plastic in the ocean than fish by 2050. And to put it into terms, there's trillions of units of plastic used every year, and only 9% of that plastic is recycled in North America. And that's because there's just really no value for single-use plastics at the end of the value chain.
Well, you know, I was with Mark Benioff recently from Salesforce, and we both said, you're not going to solve this problem trying to come up with a better plastic. It's got to be science that solves it. I think I'm looking right now at science. That's what you are.
Yeah, absolutely. Footprint is a material science company, singly focused at developing the technologies that help our customers get out of plastic. And where we've differentiated ourselves is that we develop technologies that not only compete with plastic on a performance basis, but compete with plastics on price.
Now, you do one thing. I always cut the 6 rings at the top of a beer because I know that they kill dolphins. I heard that from my ma, and I believe they still do. You've got something that I think is better than the 6 rings. I'm holding it up. Tell us about it.
Well, absolutely. Our focus around the 6-pack ring is, one, we have to compete with price or the customers won't change. And 2, the end of life. We're focused on a solution that would be biodegradable and marine degradable. So our technologies, number one, we got to make sure that it competes with price, which means we're going to have to develop a technology that helps customers like PepsiCo Beverage apply them in high speed. And then they'll be able to introduce that globally.
I think you should talk about, you do not have, this is, look, I happen to love B Corporation. I love everything, Patagonia, you know, I can go that way, but I am a hard-nosed business person like you are. You have McDonald's, ConAgra, Molson Coors, Beyond Meat, PepsiCo. These are real companies that want to make money and yet are willing to work with you, which tells me that they feel that the price differential is such that it makes you more appealing to a whole new generation that is sick of plastic.
Well, absolutely. I think first and foremost, when you mention those brands, we are super proud of who we support and our customers. And you say this all the time. This is an ethos. And guys like Sean Connolly at ConAgra know that it's an ethos. They know they need to transform. It's starting with their frozen food section. We believe it's Footprint. Footprint has to develop the technologies that help these companies change, right? In the past, there hasn't been technologies that have worked or competed on price. We're the difference. We are the company that will provide technologies that are scalable. We're shipping hundreds of millions of units this year, and we'll be shipping billions of units next year.
Now, people should know that your background is not from, as much as I love the Sierra Club, and I've been a sport, it's not from that route. Your background is from trying to solve plastic problems at Intel.
Yeah, I like to say, Jim, I'm an accidental environmentalist. I ran a materials team at Intel, and our focus was in around 2000 timeframe, 2004, was focused on reducing cost. In a way of reducing cost, we kept falling on technologies that were not only better for Intel from a cost structure standpoint, but were better for the environment. And it ultimately gave us the idea and the concept to a lot of the engineers and scientists from Intel that have come with us to go develop technology and tackle this problem, which is a massive market. And it was a huge problem and a challenge. And that's, if you got an Intel background, we love the challenge.
All right, so, Troy, I am a little bit confused. Jim Fitterling is a terrific guy, runs Dow. I'm sure you come across him. David Taylor runs Procter. These guys are spending billions trying to figure out how to make it so plastic's better. Why don't they spend billions and buy footprint?
Jim, I ask myself that question all the time. But the reality is, why did Blockbuster not start Netflix? I believe that they're so beholden to their current assets. And, what we hear all the time is this recyclable, right? And the reality is we should stop asking is it recyclable? We should be asking, does it get recycled?
Yes.
And it's huge difference.
I cannot wait. My daughter that you saw was making sustainable swimsuit models when she was at Parson, and she wanted to make them out of the plastics that's in the Pacific. It's my kids that made me be like this. You're lucky. You came at it from the science way. I came at it because I got my head beaten in. But whatever. I think you're the answer, my friend. I am so glad that Brian Krasanik, who used to run Intel, told me about you, and you got to come back again, all right?
Oh, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Jim.
It's not a hobby. It's not a dream. It's an ethos. That's Troy Swope, CEO of Footprint. Remember, the hard-nosed business people. These are the guys from ConAgra. McDonald's? I mean, come on. They want to make money. PepsiCo? They want to do good things with the environment, too. Stick with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.